a pharmacist and a dentist. So he wouldn't let us have any gum or candy, but we could have as much Vicodin and codeine as we wanted. So my family, we didn't have bedtime, we had last call.
College students are back in school this week, and new numbers show that half of them will binge drink. Many of them will use drugs this semester. Our next guest is sharing her personal struggles, and she's telling students all about it, hoping her story will keep them away from drugs and alcohol and abuse.
And I was wild and crazy, but I was like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I was a straight A student, Dean's Honor List, president of Student Council and National Honor Society, but then I was like the one who would teach you how to do tequila shots so they wouldn't burn.
They say alcoholism runs in families. Well, in mine, it ran the family. Like at school for emergency contact, I just put Sam Adams.
When I got to college, I just made a deal with myself that as long as I made good grades, I could do anything I wanted. As long as I made the grade. So I did. I drank every single night. I started getting drunk, tipsy, or wasted. I am so lucky I didn't end up in the hospital in a coma or dead. And I ended up at a party, you know, one of the spring break parties. And I was wasted, just blotto, because I'd been drinking since 9 o'clock that morning. The next thing I know, I am being sexually assaulted.
1 out of 4 females.
Jeez.
1 out of 4 is reported. I think the number's higher, which that's one of my missions is like, let's talk about this, because a lot of times what happens, especially with date rape, they knew the person, sometimes not very well, but they knew them, so a lot of females are afraid to turn this person in. Mm-hmm. But I always say, even if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And that way we can at least stop and start the conversation. And how do we have fun without flunking out? How do you have fun safely? So that's one of the things I teach. I call it Party 101.
Party 101. All right, what else is in that class?
Sure, well I say, you never want to leave your drink alone. You always want to keep it with you. If you forget, throw it away, get a new one. Even if you're not drinking alcohol, you're actually more of a target for the date rape drugs.
Really?
Because predators will think, oh, they're not drinking beer, I'm going to put one of those things in. So if your friend says, I'm going to go dance, hold my drink, hold the drink, and then have a party buddy, somebody you go out with, you get ready together, you go out with them, and you don't go home until your party buddy goes home. You're each responsible, and it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then number 3, designated driver, which, seems like a no-brainer, but, I always say have mad money, because sometimes plan A is so-and-so's going to drive, and then sometimes so-and-so decides to drink or whatever. So, a cab can seem expensive at the time, but it is nothing compared to prison, killing your friend, hurting yourself, hurting your future. So those are my top 3.
My name is Jack Ringline. I'm from Maine Maritime Academy, and Elaine is awesome.
Teach sexuality and gender courses, and I know that kids can get a little nervous, a little edgy about some of these edgy topics. But I was really impressed with the way that not only did Elaine Williams really connect with the kids, and they connected with her, but when she did the exercises with them, when she suggested that they do things, they did them. And that's something you never see college students do, is actually participate. She knew how to hold their attention, she knew how to get her point across, and she's got a whole bunch of them coming up to her right now to talk to her, to get her materials, and I'm really excited and pleased that she came to our campus.